Hey guys, it's Lan Harrant here, and welcome to episode 6 of season 2 of my F1 2016 career mode. Now today, we're at the holy grail of motorsport, which is the Monaco Grand Prix, and I think we're going to find it pretty difficult in our Ferrari car today. As much as I love the circuit and everything, I just don't think we're going to get so far, and but hopefully I can be proved wrong in this, and we can get into the R&D upgrades and get into the weekend.
Hey, our upgrade pace is looking solid right now, but I do think we need to push harder if we want to stay competitive. Here's the report.
So obviously we're having a comparison as Red Bull are kind of getting away from us now, and McLaren are coming up as well, so we might see a return of them to the top. And so obviously there's a few people who have brought upgrades here today. We obviously haven't. For some reason, Ferrari have been really behind on the development, and I thought I might bank up resource points instead, but let's get into
Welcome to
qualifying.
Monaco for this weekend's Formula One Grand Prix. It's a race that is truly steeped in history, but before the drivers turn their attention to winning, they first need to get through today's tricky practice session. Lowes Hairpin is the slowest corner of any track on the Formula One calendar. It's taken at just 48 kilometers an hour, but provides a stunning view on the first lap as the entire grid bunches up and tiptoes through the corner, hoping not to leave any carbon fibre parts behind.
This is such a tight bend that a special steering rack is used just to get around this very corner, as the cars would not normally be able to make the turn. There is the possibility of overtaking through Lowes, but more often than not, you'll end up damaging your car.
So here we are in practice 1 for the Monaco Grand Prix today, and I think we're obviously going to go with a really low downforce setup. I mean, there's no really other way you can do it, and I don't think we'll really get any chance to overtake many people in the race anyway. So we're going to start to look at the weather here, because I think it'll be dry for the whole weekend, which is really helpful. But obviously we're going to get into track acclimatization now today, and on our first lap it was okay as we tapped the wall there coming out of the final corner, and it's been an okay lap as we come across the line and we get purple straight away, which is really good for the bank of the resource points which we need to get ahead of Red Bull. Now we're going to go into qualifying pace here. Now, I was actually pretty closer than I thought I would be, but it turned out it wasn't meant to be, and I kind of just clipped the wall here, and I didn't really think that there's much point continuing. So that was the end of that, and I think that it's just time to try and see if we can upgrade anything. And obviously you can see you can upgrade the fuel efficiency at the moment as well as the drag, but I think I might wait a bit and maybe do the bigger ones, but I don't really know, really, because I just need some upgrades so that we can finish somewhere ahead of Red Bull as they were banking up their resource points for this weekend. So let's get into qualifying and see what we can do this time.
Here we are at one of the most difficult circuits on the racing calendar. Welcome to Monaco for today's Formula One qualifying. This is the kind of track that eats rear tyres for breakfast, or so I'm told by more experienced drivers than myself.
Well, tyre management is key here, specifically the rears. It's all too easy to overheat and wear the rear tyres as they are punished out of the low-speed corners. Most teams won't be able to avoid some kind of issue here, especially the teams that are running less downforce.
So here we are in Q1 for the Monaco Grand Prix, and instead of maybe going out on a set of super softs, I thought I might as well save that for the race, because I'm not comfortable on one lap pace around many circuits, really, as everyone already knows, as we do a 15 in our first lap, and I think that was enough to get us through the session, which it was, as we finished in 13th place, which isn't particularly good, and it doesn't really show well for the next bit of qualifying. But I don't know, I'm happy with it because I'm through to the next qualifying session. And I really do need to set a decent lap time here, otherwise I think I'm pretty much screwed, as we need to put a new set of some ultra soft tyres on, which we will probably be having to start on if we get through That's a big if, because I don't really know if we are going to get through. But we're going to go out on our lap here on the ultra soft tyres to see what we can do on as low fuel as possible, if you can remember, as we just do a 15.5 there, which is slower than our time in Q1. And so I went out on another set of tyres, and I crossed line again. Oh no, the same set of tyres, and I went a bit slower again. And it was down in 16th place, so I had to go out again. And this time, it was a really, really good lap. And I managed to do really well, but it only landed us in 11th place, which I couldn't really believe it. Because I think that was it. I mean, look at it. I was so close to getting into Q3, and I was really disappointed with that, actually. But I was actually planning something for this, because I didn't really, because I thought this might happen. We can start on a fresh set of softs, so let's get into the race and see what we can do.
Take a deep breath and enjoy the moment. It's a very special time of the season once again, as we prepare for racing here this afternoon. There's no better test of driver, no more prestigious race to win, no bigger an occasion than the Monaco Grand Prix. The astonishing Circuit de Monaco is, for all intents and purposes, virtually unchanged since its inaugural race back in 1929. The faster cars of today, though, ensure the 19 corners past the casino and along the seafront remain as thrilling as ever. A 2.1-mile lap here takes us around an entire country, yet never more than inches from the race-ending barriers. I'm joined again today by none other than Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, obviously there's a lot of development work that goes on with these cars between the races. You've been both a test driver and a race driver. What differences are there in the way you approach those roles?
Interesting question, Crofty. They're two very different mindsets. I mean, when I tested for BAR, we had full in-season testing where, per driver, you'd cover up to 15,000 kilometres per season. And in that role, it was more about working for the team, trying to help them improve the car and drive as systematically as you could, so that that data could be analysed in the most consistent way. When you're lining up on the grid for a race, however, your frame of mind's all about what you can get out of the situation on that day, and the car's the tool to help you achieve what you want. You still want to focus on setup, of course, but it's more about the here and now, getting yourself as far up the field as possible, and less about development work for the future.
No heroics into Saint-Devote, please. We're in amongst the pack and just need to stay in one piece.
So here we are on the grid for the Monaco Grand Prix, and I wanted to change something here, because as I'm starting on I was starting on the super softs, but I thought I might as well stretch that out a little bit, knowing that there would probably be a safety car. So that's really what I did. And I decided just to fiddle around with it, see what I could do with it, because I think the soft tyres would probably be the better way to go, and being faster towards the end, as you know, overtaking is difficult, so you want to have as many positions as possible. So let's get on to the race here. As we go to the start sequence, we get maximum revs to put it up into ritz mixers, and we go to 5 red lights, and it's away we go for the Monaco Grand Prix. Fiat gets a terrible start, we get a decent one. But it's better than Fiat, so I think we're going to dive down the inside of all these cars at Saint-Devote, maybe cut a corner a bit for good measure. We're up into 5th place already, and that's a lot of positions gained into one corner. But we'll keep going following Max Verstappen here, maybe go for a move around the outside of Casino, but I don't think we're really going to make a move there. But we're going to keep following him, and but no, we're too far away to go for a move into Mirabeau, as I think we're just going to get up to 5th here on this first lap and maybe protect this position. Here on lap 4, I go a bit wide at Raskas, and so Sainz might want to swoop in and take the position, but he backs out of it, as we're going to come down the start-finish straight here, as he doesn't make a move. So that was a close call for us here, as we're leading of like 2 or 3 cars in the train, and you can see how close he is behind us, and this has been for so many laps, and as I said, it's really hard to overtake him in Monaco. But coming into Mirabeau here in the lowest hairpin, Valtteri Bottas is out of the race, and so we're going to take a look at what's going on here. So going through to the replay, so this is us going through Casino, and where's Valtteri Bottas? I think he's there. I think he's just going to come through Saint-Devote here, and I don't think that anything's really happened. Was there a crash or anything, or was there an engine failure? Oh, it's an engine failure. Very spectacular one at that. So that's his race over, and they'll probably call out a safety car as well, which is a bit annoying, but you know what? That's okay. Because that will help us bunch the pack up together, which will be helpful for our race. And so we're going to come through the tunnel here, and yeah, a safety car is called out. I actually would prefer the VSC for once, but yeah, there's not really much we can do there. I was thinking of maybe making a pit stop, because, you know, it is this free pit stop on the safety car, but because it's Monaco, and it's so hard to overtake, I don't really think that'd be a good idea. But here on lap 17, safety car's coming in, and hopefully we can get a good exit off the corner this time, as we never really have with these safety cars, as we get very close to Verstappen's rear end, as we're going to continue through to Rascasse and into the final corner, as it's green flag racing again, as we get a terrible exit, and I think we're not going to see Max Verstappen for the rest of the race at this point. And so that's him gone challenging Vettel for the lead. But coming through to back here, we clip the wall a bit, as that enables Hamilton to close up on us. We miss the wall again as we lose the back end, as Hamilton maybe goes for a move down our inside here at swimming pool chicane, but it doesn't work out as we go wide at Rascasse. So I think these soft tyres are really wearing out here. I don't have much grip on them. But now coming through, we get another bad exit through the final corner, as Hamilton maybe tries to look for a move down the outside of the start-finish straight. Maybe Ricciardo as well, but we're going to try to dive down the inside again as Hamilton leaves us the space as we keep up in second place. But nothing much happened after that point. I went in for my pit stop, and the pit stop just got lost. But we were in 11th place here on our ultra soft tyres with a lot of pace, but near nobody apart from Magnussen as we dive down the inside as we get into the points here. But this isn't looking like a really good race for us, as it turned out to be. And we're coming through on lap 39 here, as we've got a puncture on our left on our left rear tyre, which is really quite interesting. I don't know where that came from. I guess I might have clipped the wall somewhere. We're going to come through for points here anyway, here at the Monaco Grand Prix. It's a bit disappointing, but you know what, I'll take it from what happened at the start of the weekend with everything. So, as a really disappointing day for Ferrari then, as Sebastian Vettel started 7th, and no, 2nd, and then finished 12th, probably because of that drive-through penalty, because of speeding under the safety car. But we did get points, and I'm happy with that. But Monaco isn't my best track by far, and we just don't really have the car. I mean, if we were in the Red Bull, then I think we would have got at least a podium here. And I was saying at the start of the season that I was happy that I didn't get chosen to drive for Red Bull, but maybe that's going to come back and bite me, as they might go on and win the championship, as we go down to 4th in the constructors' standings. But there's some better tracks for us in the next few races: Canada, Azerbaijan, and Austria, 3 of my favourite tracks. And yeah, we've got some upgrade points to spend here, and I think we're going to spend it on the long-awaited downforce here, which we do, and that will definitely help us into the coming races. So thanks for watching, everybody. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I will see you all later for the next episode.